Welcome to Healthy Cooking with Chef Jeff 2021. Stay tuned, I got some good stuff for you dealing with seafood. Alrighty, welcome back to Healthy Cooking with Chef Jeff today. I'm glad we got audio back. I apologize for that. But as I was saying, we got a variety of food right here. We got a little bit of wine. I'm gonna show you how to do a seafood dish for Valentine's Day. Something inexpensive. We're gonna take some cod fish and some clams. I got the cod right here and some chopped clams and a little bit of juice right here. And we're gonna make a little bit of sauce to go with it. And I also have a variety of vegetables right here in front of me, which I'm gonna saute those off as a side vegetable. And as for my starch, to keep this dish at a low cost but healthy and exciting, I have some pasta here. This pasta is a vermicelli pasta. It's same as angel hair pasta, pretty much. And what I've done, I've taken some fresh herbs and garlic and a little bit of lemon zest and add to it. And we're gonna saute that off and use it as a side dish. But for dessert, nah, I'm not the dessert guy. I let the bakers do that. That's what they're good at. But I can do dessert. All right, I don't want anybody to be a little confused there. Let me go ahead and get started. Let's play with the fish first. That's the star of the dish anyway. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put a pair of gloves on. Anytime you're messing with seafood or any kind of food, you wanna prepare yourself and make sure you have a pair of gloves on. And for those people out there that say, well, he ain't social distant, he don't have his mask on. Well, I'm in an area pretty much by myself. I'm 6 feet apart from anybody. This is my own personal little space right here. And so, and that's what I'm doing there, moving stuff around. All right, like I said, heat my pan up just a little bit. This is my saucepan. I got a flat surface pan and my cod fish. Let's play with this guy here. And what I'm doing here, I'm leaving this paper down for the simple fact that I would be using this cutting board for something else. So that kind of protects the cutting board. And I got 2 nice sized pieces here. And I'm gonna take my knife, cut one part of it, a good portion right there. And these thinner pieces, they tend to cook a lot faster. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just season these guys up with a little bit of pepper and salt, because all the other seasoning gonna come from the sauce, the clam sauce. And I really want you to taste the fish itself. Okay. And take a little bit of olive oil. I got a little olive oil here. And olive oil it's a light oil. I mean, it doesn't burn as fast as a vegetable oil does. And mixed with the right stuff, it gives everything a good flavor, good texture. All right, I got the pepper on there. Give these guys just a little bit of salt. And since I have a thicker piece and a thinner piece, I'm gonna start off with the thicker piece first. Okay, I got some seafood stock to add to it. These are my clams. And I also have some heavy cream here to add to it. And lower you guys down some. I don't want any craziness to happen. Oh man, I left my spatula right outside the door there. There's a little spatula I need. Thanks, sir. And that's going to turn my fish over. And this guy cook a lot faster. And then over in this pan here, I'm going to cook my vegetables. And I have another pan I'm going to cook my pasta in. So that way we can do that. And the thickness of this fish here, you may notice I turned the top side down first. That holds it together, keep it from flaking apart. Because cod is a somewhat flaky fish, and you want to get a good sear on it. And as you can see, I got a good sear on it right here. Now I'm going to put this other piece of fish in with it. And it'll cook pretty fast. And this is the back side of the fish. And once it sears together on the top side, it'll bring all that together and it won't flake on you. So that's one of the keys of messing with a flaky fish. All right, I'm gonna put this guy out of the way here. There. And I still have my clean board. And as you can see, it began to tighten up. And cod, you see what I mean about flakiness? It began to break a little bit. I don't know if the camera can show you this. On that tail end piece, it began to break off. But after I do that, and once this fish get to going and doing its thing with that olive oil in there, I have just a tad bit too much olive oil. Now, take a little bit of this margarine, put in my pan. And what I'm doing, I'm putting that margarine in there because I'm going to add this heavy cream to make my sauce. And take just a tad bit. This is chopped garlic, fresh chopped garlic and oil. And I'm just adding that for flavor. Because the real star of it, I'm going to deglaze the pan with a little bit of white wine, Pinot Grigio. You can use a Pinot Grigio, it's a sweet wine. There you go. That smells so wonderful. I wish you people out there in the world of Facebook and all that can smell and as what's his name? Emerald Lagasse used to say, smell-o-vision. You know, such thing, smell-o-vision. You either smell it in the room or you don't smell it at all. All right, a little bit of cream in here. And so you can see that margarine and that cream is going to tighten up everything. Now, here's where some of the clams come in at. If you cook clams too long, they tend to get a little chewy and tough. All right, that was a quick dish, real quick and simple. Some people may want to add lemon juice to it. Now, since mine's beginning to thicken up a little bit, that stock, that seafood stock, add just a little bit of that. This just to add flavor to it. Anytime you can get a little seafood stock and put it with a dish, that's a good dish. And then I'm gonna let it just simmer a little bit and thicken up some more. Maybe I need to add just a little bit more margarine. Now, don't that look good? Now, I'm gonna swap sides here, let these guys sit over here and do their thing. Then with this in here, even though it got some fish in it, you're already gonna have fish flavor to the dish. And while that's doing its thing, I'm gonna start on the vegetables. The vegetables itself gonna have a little bit of parsley in it, which I'm gonna chop right here. And you may notice I'm not chopping too much because of I already got some of my stuff chopped. My peppers and onions and carrots and all that, I pre-cut those, and that's something you can do. And I'll show you how we do those pre-cut items. You just julienne them, take a slice of it, and start cutting it in an angle. Yeah, I'm just chopping up me a little parsley here. And this is going to be part of those vegetables that I'm getting ready to saute. Anytime you're chopping, you want to make sure you hold your fingers up like this. And never hold them out like that. Because you do that, guess what? You're chopping your finger. And that's a cut you don't want. So that's a little tip for the day. Always chop it like that. Hold them fingers up. All right. A little bit more margarine, because you need that fat to go in this for those vegetables. And I always start with the hard vegetables first. You know, you got hard vegetables such as the carrots and your onion. Those are the two hardest vegetables you got. So I'm gonna take those carrots, a little bit of these, get these guys tender. And the red onion, I don't want to be reaching over a flame, that's not cool. In your red onion, I like garlic. I don't know about anybody else. And to get flavor, a little bit of salt, pepper, and I'm gonna deglaze the pan also. And then those soft vegetables, such as your zucchini, yellow squash, bell peppers, now very colorful, very colorful. And you want to try to get an even blend of it. You know, this right here is just a special seasoning for me. I mean, it's a liquid. It's a concoction I mixed up. I can't tell you. But anyway, it adds flavor. It's basically stock, vegetable stock. To give your vegetables a tender, that makes your carrots and your onions very tender without burning them up. By adding a vegetable stock or something like that and let it reduce, that helps it. And it keeps you don't see all the burnt onion and all that on here. All right. Yeah. This is a good Valentine's dish for those people. Even if you're a vegan, it's a good dish for you. what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna take my fish and I'm gonna set it on this plate here. I'm gonna come over here so that way. Cut that guy off, and I'm gonna get ready to do my starch. Like I said, it's a flaky fish. Oh man, look at that. I sure hate it fell apart, but drizzle that clam sauce. A little bit of clams on top. The vegetables. A little bit of vegetable on here. Plate presentation. Trying not to get so much oil on there. Set those guys there. Now the next thing I'm gonna start on is my pasta, which I like. I like pasta. You could put rice, potatoes, whatever you like with it. But I like pasta. Pasta is very light and it goes a long, long way. Okay. Now, I'm gonna add just a little bit of olive oil to it, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with this. That's my pan tempering. That's my pan tempering. What I'm gonna do, this pasta I have here, that vermicelli or angel hair, either one of them you wanna use. I have herbs in it, but I also have just a touch of lemon zest in it for the simple fact to give that pasta that burst of flavor. You know, you can take the peeling of a lemon, chop it up, mix it in your pasta. I already have several herbs in it, such as basil, thyme, oregano, garlic, and some dry herbs in it. Chopped real fine. I put it in a processor. And here, with that olive oil, and as you can see, it doesn't take long. And the first thing I smell is the lemon, because that lemon is being caramelized in there with that flavor. And it doesn't need much. This is a simple dish you can make for Valentine's within 10 to 15 minutes at home. The reason I'm tossing the pasta over to keep it from burning on the bottom and to get the right heat temperature to it. Now I'm twisting it like this so I can try to pick it all up at once. Okay, now I'm going to dress this guy up, just a little bit of garnish on it, a little bit of parsley, give him some type of decoration there, you know. But for Valentine's Day, and if you're a seafood lover, that's a presentation for you. And if you like good vegetables, you can put any kind of vegetable you like. I would think roasted Brussels sprouts. You can roast those guys, or some butternut squash even to go with it. Roasted. You can even take these guys here and cut them in chunks and roast those with some butternut squash, sweet potatoes, and whatever. And that'll be a good fall dish for you, or early spring. All right. And that's all for my show today. And I hope you enjoyed all my shows. But I do want to leave you with this. Always wear your mask. Wear your mask, wear some gloves. If you make sure you're social distancing, 6 feet apart. I got my mask, and I got also goggles. My mask is somewhere, but since I'm in here by myself, but I do have a mask. Do want to let people out there know. And it's just a side note for those viewers that watch me here local. Here, they know I work at Vernon Woods. We are safe. All the staff members have got both of the shots, in residents as well. Got both of the shots, so we are safe. We are open to an extent to visitors, family members only. All right, but I miss you guys, and I look forward to seeing you next month. Stay tuned.